Papa Papatino, did you get the news on your holopad? You're getting a buff. Wait, hold on. Oh wait, never mind. Datacrons, okay, never mind. You got a buff, but it's locked behind Datacrons. Well, you know me, the King of Triple B. I am the biggest fan of Datacrons. I think Datacrons are the greatest thing invented since the guillotine. Come on over here. Oh my gosh. You know, I want to have a little bit of a conversation, a very academic conversation with you all here. Yes, Sith Eternal is going to get a pretty significant buff. Like, it's going to be huge, as we're going to see here. But, I mean, we kind of knew this in advance. Datacrons lately feel like it's CG's way of monetizing, gating, adding it to progression, things that we wanted in terms of fixing characters, things when characters were a bit lackluster. Instead of just buffing them or adding characters to make them better, it feels like they're using Datacrons as a way to monetize their screw-ups or their inability to kind of make character kits perfect, which I understand, but that's why you buff it up. And I feel like we're going to get less and less buffs on characters and reworks because of Datacrons here. Oh, man. All right, come on over here. You know what? No, hold up. Gary, bring it back over. We're going to go over a couple of these Datacrons here because Malgus, Beskar Mandalorian, Sith Eternal are getting absolutely amazing buffs on top of them. But I want to just share it. I've had, as I told you guys, I haven't been like buying the packs, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, whatever the case might be, on the Datacron packs. And man, it sucks. I've been engaging with them. I say that word lightly as always through conquest. You know, I'm trying to do as much as I can without having to just spend absurd amounts of money doing so. And here's one example of a data disc or Datacron. So many, let's not get into the terminology of the game lately. This is a complete dud, except for the health steal. Horrible start at level 3, and you can tell I tried re-rolling, not getting the rolls I needed. Horrible level 6. You want the repost, damage immunity, anything else. This isn't that great. And freaking Wedge Antilles, and I keep, no matter how many times I re-roll, I keep getting Wedge and Ezra options. I wanted CLS, a better Mon Mothma, all the other myriad of options. Oh, or no, Gary, no, bring him, no, Gary, hold on, no, one more, Gary. The one that really freaking cracks me up here. This freaking Ray one. I have yet for the life of me been able to get the one with 75% extra damage for when she goes into ultimate, and pretty much all of my opponents have it, and I've been just getting wiped on the floor, where this doesn't really change Ray that much, and my opponents can still pretty much use the same counters as usual. It's just there are so many inequalities of it, and kind of going to my Wedge Datacon, you can't really even use it unless you get the relic requirements up, and that's been another big problem. Again, we've highlighted all these problems. Like I really wish I could be a lot more excited about this. Seeing Sith Eternal freaking get a load of the Mandalorian one. We've been complaining about this, and they're adding it in the Datacron here. Anyway, Set 3 is coming out soon. I will eventually update the spreadsheet to include it. As always, I'll leave a link down below. You can find my Datacron opinions on all these matters here, but they're going to be adding Night Sister and Sith bonuses, pretty significant Sith bonuses, and already Darth Malgus, I mean, not too surprising. Inquisitor's got bonuses day one with Datacrons here, pretty big bonuses here. So and also Mandalorians are also getting some love, light side Mandalorians here. So I just want to hop straight to the character ones. That's kind of usually the most important one. There's nothing absurdly bonkers, it seems like, on the level 3, unlike the Set 2. 25% Terminator has been pretty nuts. My last Grand Ring opponent, all their Datacrons had light side 25%, and I don't, and it was a pretty fun experience, let's just say that. Here's some nothing, like, there's some good stuff, but nothing mind-blowing on level 3, unfortunately. All the good stuff seems to be the higher sets of the Datacrons here. So I want to first point out, let's point out Sith Eternal right here. This is coming out in the Set 3 of the Datacron. Sith Eternal at the start of the battle. Oh gosh. Sith Eternal Emperor gains 20% ulti charge for each other Sith ally. Just right at the start of the battle. And if all allies were the Sith at the start of the battle, when Sith Eternal Emperor uses I am all the Sith, he takes a bonus turn. What was one of the complaints we had with Sith Eternal? He's not really great with a lot of Sith. The best Sith Eternal team is usually just him, Watt, him and Armor, and they're not really fully Sith out of their minds. This is something that was kind of on the tip of our tongues with how to make Sith Eternal a little bit better. So unfortunately, We're not going to get this as a standalone rubric, but as a Datacron set. So this is obviously, the GL ones are always important. That's the problem with these Datacrons too. They should not be applying to Galactic Legends. It's good seeing them for non-GL type of stuff, but for Galactic Legends, they don't need it. That's Ray's just been one of the biggest problems I've ever experienced in Galaxy Heroes. But ultimately, what this is saying is that he's going to start the battle off if he has a full team of 5. He's excluding himself, so a team of 4 after him. He's going to start off with 80% ultimate charge, which kind of speeds up the process a little bit to get to the ultimate ability. So that's going to be very nice, to say the least. I mean, the other ones are kind of all right. The extra ultimate charge, he gets an additional 6%, but you know you want to find a team. Finally have a reason to put a full Sith team together. It's going to be pretty monstrous. Next one I want to point out to you guys here. Again, we'll do more of an in-depth discussion on the spreadsheet here. The next one I want to get to is where's Mandalorian? Oh my gosh. How many jokes have we made about nerfing birds? Which should be called whistling birds. They added it here. So unless you are going to spend the money or you're going to grind the conquest, whatever it might be, you can't get this. But check this out. After using discipline setups when he goes poop, until he uses swift takedown, this is deadly. The Mandalorian Beskar armor can't be defeated, is immune to fear, stun, turn meter reduction, and then swift takedown when he finally launches the nerfing birds, they're going to deal 20% more damage for each stack of whistling bird. So I'm guessing 400% damage extra. The Mandalorian Beskar, and then for each stack of whistling birds, Mandalorian Beskar had at the start of the turn. This is insane. We were complaining about this, and instead of buffing him a little bit to give him that power, because swift takedown should be better than the non-legendary Mandalorian's Disintegrate, but it's not. We just had a little joke the other day how we had 20 stacks and we couldn't kill Genos in Brute Alpha with no Datacrons, nothing fancy. The other day with offense mods, all that fun stuff, but no, it's gonna be here. So Beskar Mando, this was what we were kind of expecting when he was released, and now they're adding it here. And then the other stuff is obviously cool, but this is definitely the more interesting one because that's the key component really of Beskar Mando. It's not really been a lot of fun. At the start of each Mandalorian Beskar armor's turn, they reset cooldowns and lose 5% health. For each ability was used. Mandalorian Beskar armor can't be defeated this way. Not as interesting, but still all right. Basically, that's trying to help him constantly get the magic hand thing from Baby Yoda to show up. Whenever the Mandalorian Beskar armor uses an ability, they deal damage equal to half their tenacity percentage. This is kind of similar to Sith Empire Trooper. So these are kind of the two biggest bonuses. There's some other interesting ones, like Sith Empire Trooper also has that extra damage based off their tenacity, which is whatever. I think this here, whenever Sith Empire Trooper attacks out of turn, they recover 20% health to protection. That could be kind of nice too, increasing the durability, especially those Relic 9 Sith Empire Troopers that exist out there. We have some also interesting Night Sister mechanics here. That's interesting to point out here. Look at this for Night Sister Initiate, which not a ton of people have these Night Sisters. The Night Sister Initiate, Night Sister Acolyte, not very popular. And please, for the love of Galaxy of Heroes, don't just gear up a character just because they're gonna have temporary power for 3 months. This does not incentivize me. I mean, I'll just get wrecked, but I'm sure there's gonna be some sort of counter that exists out there. Same thing like with Wedge. I don't want to take Wedge to Relic 7 unless I get confirmation that there's gonna be some sort of red 5. I have no incentive and I don't want to waste resource for, again, the core problem. Who wants temporary power and invest tons of money and resource? Well, as we've shown, there are people that have been maxing out those packs lately and getting tons and tons of level 9 Datacrons out there. But anyways, at the start of battle, Night Sister Initiate gains protection at 500% until the end of the battle, which can't be dispelled or prevented. Whenever she is resisted by an enemy, she has a 50% chance to inflict damage over time, whatever. But then whenever Night Sister Initiate inflicts a debuff on an enemy, she gains 100% armor penetration, 50% physical damage, and until the end of the battle, 45% turn meter, and they're immune to daze or stun. So lots of follow-up attacks, it seems like here. And very interesting on why they're using this tenacity percentage for more damage. We're seeing that on a couple of them, but obviously, usually more words equals more better. Sometimes, for the most part. Mother Talzin getting a little bit of a touch-up as well. They just got an Omicron on Asajj Ventress, so I'm sure they'll be having a lot of fun. At the start of each Mother Talzin's turn, they reset their cooldowns and lose 5% health. For each turn, each ability was reduced. Mother Talzin can't be defeated this way, so that's not really that big of a problem. They have lots of healing that exists on a team. So I look at this, especially for Sith Eternal Beskar, man. It's like, why couldn't they just make that part of the kit? It just makes sense. Sith Eternal should have a full Sith team, not Geonosian Brood Alpha, Wat Tambor Thrall, and armor. I mean, it's a lot of theory crafting fun, but just doesn't make a lot of sense, especially when every other team, they kind of either are Resistance, First Order, Galactic Republic. Sith Eternal is just an oddball, and they're doing this gated progression to get the full power. Malgus. We don't know how this is going to affect Malgus yet. I'm sure it's going to be pretty gnarly. At the start of each of Darth Malgus' turn, they reset their cooldowns and lose 5% health. I think this is going to be great for Malgus, right? They're constantly reducing their cooldowns. And as we know, Malgus kind of has like an insta-kill type ability. So imagine Malgus constantly doing this. Oh, wow. We're going to be testing him out on Monday, ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and Droids. But, you know, there's other funny things. You got Bo-Katan. Anytime another ally attacks at a turn, she's getting a 25% turn meter and the other allies. So that's probably going to be fantastic for Mandalorians, especially if Maul. We also have whenever a buff is dispelled on an enemy during Bo's turn, she gains critical hit immunity. Again, not as impressive as this right here. So this is, again, usually the first one's the most important one. And there's some faction bonuses as well. Again, we're not going to go through every single one of them, but as you can kind of see, there's some really good ones here. Like at the start of their first turn, Sith allies gain offense equal to 400% their current defense until the end of the battle. And then they lose 50% defense until the very end of the battle. So kind of a little bit of a trade-off. Still pretty deadly, if you ask me. But overall, we're definitely seeing that the level 9s are going to be the definitely the more powerful ones going on here. Not as many crazy, I mean, it's data cons. They still have some really good bonuses, but I was hoping for some more level 3 things that would be great. That's the one only redeeming thing about set 2 is that light side allies get 25% turn is tied to just level 3. So we'll update the spreadsheet. I just kind of want to share some thoughts that I've already kind of shared with you guys there. It's just crazy to see that Sith Eternal and Beskar Mando are getting what we asked for in just a proper rework and a buff that's permanent, not this temporary band-aid that they're gonna make money off of at the end of the day. All right, well, I don't know, you guys let me know. I definitely think these are some good buffs, but as I've said many times, I don't like the temporariness of these things. It's good to see that they made the economy changes, made it a little bit easier to get a hold of them. I definitely feel a difference between set 1 and set 2 just from engaging in conquest, territory wars, and all that other stuff. But man, it's funny seeing them just, they're going to keep pushing forward with this stuff. My hope is maybe after their first 3 sets, they're going to stop with it, but that's a little too hopeful. Aren't I right? Aren't I right? Just I speak it to English. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And always remember, it's a great to be in the Empire today.